Imagine building your entire brand on being the royal family's rebellious princess, only for the internet to uncover a rumor so shocking it threatens everything you've worked for. What if Meghan Markle had been hiding a daughter for over 3 decades? Sounds wild, right? But what if the truth is even more complicated than anyone imagined? Meghan Markle has always been known as the royal family's rebel princess, the one who left behind the rules, expectations, and decades of tradition. But what if everything she's told us about her life isn't exactly what it seems? Recent rumors are casting a shadow on her carefully curated image, suggesting that Meghan has been hiding a secret, a daughter who's been kept out of the public eye for over 30 years. While Meghan has been busy telling her story, fighting for her voice, and speaking about her struggles, people are beginning to ask, where was your voice when you were allegedly signing annulment papers in Vegas? Meghan's life story has always been a blend of mystery and glamour, but what if the narrative she's been selling us for years is just that? A story. Take her gap year, for example. The official version says it was all about soul-searching and self-discovery, a wholesome journey of growth. But the rumor mill tells a different tale, that instead of hiking in Europe, Meghan was in Las Vegas, secretly marrying her teenage boyfriend, Joe Giuliano. And just 9 months later, whispers of a baby girl. Here's the kicker. Prince Harry supposedly had no clue about any of this. Imagine that, a hidden marriage and a baby, all while Meghan was busy becoming the Duchess of Sussex. It almost feels like the beginning of a royal soap opera, doesn't it? But the plot thickens when we look at what happened in Las Vegas, a city where bad decisions are immortalized in neon lights. And for Meghan, it might have been the place where her teenage romance was sealed with more than just a vow. According to the rumors, Meghan wasn't there for the glitz of the casinos or the all-you-can-eat buffets. Instead, she was allegedly walking down the aisle to marry Joe Giuliano in a quickie, low-key ceremony with just a couple of witnesses. Not exactly the royal fairy tale we've come to expect, right? And what happened next? The marriage lasted less time than most Vegas hotel stays. A few months later, an annulment was filed. But here's where things get really suspicious. The annulment records are sealed in Las Vegas, where you can find dirt on just about anyone. So, why was her paperwork locked away tighter than Fort Knox? What could be so scandalous that even the city of sin wouldn't dare make it public? Now, let's talk about what really could be hiding behind those sealed annulment records. While Meghan's official story paints her as a carefree globetrotter, spending her gap year wandering the world, the rumors tell a different story. By mid-1995, whispers were circulating that Meghan didn't just go backpacking. She allegedly gave birth to a daughter, a child not mentioned in any of the fairy tale versions of her life. But instead of raising the child, the rumor goes, Meghan handed her off to the Giuliano family, like she was dropping off laundry at a dry cleaner. No public acknowledgement, no adoption records, just a daughter erased from the narrative as if she never existed. And here's the real kicker. While Meghan was busy reinventing herself and climbing the social ladder, this little girl was quietly growing up, hidden from the public eye. If these rumors are true, it's a secret that Meghan has worked hard to bury, but no secret stays buried forever. As Meghan rebranded herself, the past was something she needed to scrub clean. The college years? A chance to reinvent herself. No mention of a teenage marriage, no whispers of a hidden child. She was the picture of the free-spirited, world-traveling young woman, the kind of image that would appeal to anyone who wanted a fresh start. But let's be honest, Meghan didn't just distance herself from the Giuliano family, she erased them from her life altogether. It wasn't just about moving on. It was about crafting a brand new identity, one with no baggage, no messy past. From Hollywood extra to royal duchess, she had it all figured out. It was the perfect escape from her previous life. But while Meghan worked on her perfect image, the Giulianos were left to raise a child that had no place in the polished, scandal-free story she was now telling the world. But secrets, no matter how well hidden, always have a way of resurfacing. And this one, it's not staying buried for much longer. Think about it. If the rumors are true, that little girl is no longer a child. She's 30 years old now, with her own voice, her own power, and the ability to step into the light whenever she chooses. One headline, one interview, one DNA test, and Meghan's carefully crafted royal rebel narrative could come crashing down. What if this hidden daughter decided it was time to stop being invisible? The world Meghan has spent years building could turn into a cautionary tale, one about lies, ambition, and abandonment. And this time, Meghan won't be the one controlling the script. Meghan's entire rise to fame has been built on telling her version of the story. The tale of overcoming obstacles, of finding her voice, and of fighting for transparency. But what happens when the one chapter she's tried hardest to erase finally comes to light? That chapter, hidden for over 30 years, is the one that could expose the truth behind her ambition and the carefully crafted image she's sold the world. Because the louder Meghan speaks about her truth, the more glaring it becomes. Her past is full of secrets, and some of them are so explosive they could bring everything down. Her brand of authenticity, it's built on a foundation of lies, and those lies are starting to unravel. The truth, it's been waiting in the wings all this time, just waiting for the right moment to make its grand entrance. In the end, Meghan Markle's story is one of reinvention, but the cracks in her polished image are becoming harder to ignore. A missing year, a secret marriage, a daughter who was erased from the narrative. These aren't just whispers anymore. They're a pattern. And sooner or later, the truth will come out. Meghan may have built her empire on her version of the truth, but the more she tries to bury the past, the more it threatens to surface. When that truth finally sees the light, it won't just bruise her image. It could shatter the very brand she's worked so hard to maintain. And the best part? This time, she won't be the one in control of the story. It's not a fairy tale, it's a countdown. And when the clock strikes, Meghan Markle won't be the one telling the story anymore.